Here are 3 reasons why cracks appear on your cakes and how to prevent them. When you frost or ice a cake with buttercream, the buttercream is soft and easy to spread and to smooth, but when buttercream sets, in the fridge after about 30 minutes or at room temperature after a few hours, it gets really firm. This is called crusting, when it loses its soft stickiness and feels hard when you touch it. If you move the buttercream frosting now, it can crack. And it will move if the cake board bends or buckles under the weight of the cake, like here, when I'm taking dramatically big steps and the cake is bouncing up and down with the cake board. Look closely and you'll see little cracks around the bottom of the cake, where the buttercream has shifted after it's set. To prevent cracks, if you're using a thin cake board, support it by holding one hand underneath in the middle to bear the weight of the cake, or even better, use a thick, strong cake board that won't bend even with a heavy cake on top. The second reason for cracks in your cakes is a change in temperature. When cakes are in the fridge or freezer, the cake and the buttercream contract. When you move a cake from the freezer to room temperature or from a cold fridge to a warm room, the cake and buttercream both expand, but at different rates. And after a few hours, that causes the cracks in the buttercream you can see here. The cake won't look as pretty, but it will still taste delicious. To prevent these cracks, move cakes from the fridge to a cool room to change temperature gradually before moving to a warmer place. Now here's the third reason why buttercream cakes crack. To stack cakes on top of each other to make a tier cake, you need to support the weight of the top cake. It needs to be on a cake board, the same size as the cake so it's invisible once you stack the cake, but you also need something to hold that board up. If you don't, when you transport the cake, or while it's sitting on display at an event, the top cake will slowly sink down into the bottom cake, and that pressure on the buttercream frosting will cause cracks, which you can see down here. To prevent this from happening, use wooden dowels or boba straws as supports in the bottom cake, spacing 4 or 5 around underneath where the next tier will go. These supports will hold up the next cake on its cake board, so it doesn't sink down into the cake below. I hope this tutorial has been useful. Ask me any questions in the comments and subscribe to my channel for a new cake decorating tutorial every week. Visit my cake school on BritishGirlBakes.com to learn hundreds of cake decorating techniques and designs. See you there!